Well, look what we have here, another art haul for the month of March, and guess what? I broke my low buy. Today I will be sharing with you sketchbooks, paint palettes, watercolors, paintbrushes, and I will be doing some swatching. Also, I will be sharing an update on my posting schedule and some real talk. Hope that you'll join me today. We're gonna jump right into it. I got my first bow hung paper, and this is the artist grade watercolor paper. I've heard many great things about this paper. It is smaller in size, 100% cotton, 20 sheets, and the size is, this is in millimeters. Okay, so speaking of paper, this is the Archer and Olive handcrafted journals and planners, and I'm gonna go ahead and open this because it's quite fun on what it is. I actually picked up a few things from this brand, and this is the first thing I'm sharing with you. I will say their items are pricey. I'm not going to lie about that, but they are handcrafted. This is a smaller business, and they had this sort of retro set with a throwback to the time when neon was all the rage, and I had to pick it up. And these are perforated, so you can rip them out, take notes, and actually draw on them too as well. And you can glue them into your sketchbooks. You can do drawings on here, you can do journaling, writing, glue into your sketchbook collage with them. So the possibilities of what you do with this is up to the person. So I'm looking forward to using that. And since we're talking about Archer and Olive, I did pick up a watercolor journal. This is an 8x8. And it's pretty cool because you just slide it open. All of their journals come packaged like this, a nice sturdy box where you can keep the journal in if you want, or you can repurpose the box for something else. And this is actually an early birthday gift to myself. My birthday is in April, and so I have a plan to use this in April. It's very pretty, this cosmic design. Isn't that beautiful? It has this shimmery iridescent feel to it, and the edges are like that as well. It comes with the pin loop, and look at the inside. It has perforated pages. I got them blank and not dotted. That's traditionally what they mainly sell on there, are dotted journals. They do have some lined ones, and occasionally they'll have them blank, and that's usually what I'll order from them, are the blank pages. The one I got is the watercolor notebook. It is ultra thick, 200 GSM, and I could use pretty much any media on this, and I plan to use this as my journal. I had journaled before, and I found it very therapeutic, great for expressing myself with words and images, just like a sketchbook, but a bit more tailored towards like mindfulness and taking care of, like I said, my mental health. So I was thinking about using it to put like positive affirmations in here and start it in April. And the reason why I want to start it in April, because it's a new year for me, and I thought, hey, why not start it a new cycle around the sun? I picked up one more thing from Archer and Olive, and this is their acrylograph, water-based acrylic markers or pins. And so it has, these are the neon colors, I believe. It's limelight, electric blue, sour grape, flamingo pink, orange sherbet. It comes with little decals that you actually stick on the marker. That's interesting because the other ones that I ordered, they're already on there. They're printed on there, so. So these take some work to get going. You have to shake them and then pump the nib so that the acrylic comes out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for each one. I love the color range that their acrylic markers come in. So far they seem like neon, but more of a pastel range of neon. Now I broke my low buy that I had intended to do this year, and you know, if I can make low buy certain months and other months I break it, I just have to be okay with it. I really tried. But I will say that I am saving a lot of money now that I don't go to the salon anymore to get my nails done. I do them myself. So that's one way I justify spending money on art supplies. Oh wow, I like that color. It's so pretty. This is sour grape. So as I was saying, I don't go to the nail salon anymore. I am doing my nails on my own, so that's quite a bit of money I'm saving per month. Ooh, check that out. That is a pretty pink. It's nice and bright. I like that. I'm also not going to the hair salon as often, and I'm saving money doing that. So I've made cuts in places, and I'm just moving my money around so that I can get art supplies. I love it, guys. I love having a variety of supplies to work with. Like, art is my passion, it's my hobby, and you know, I do it for a living. I teach art, so that's how I splurge, is on buying myself materials for my studio. This one seems to be the hardest to pump. I don't know, that looks kind of funky there. Let me try that again. I'm gonna shake it. This one's kind of transparent. Pretty color though. That is very bright. Seems to be working better as I move along. I don't think I did shake this up enough. So those are the items I got from Archer and Olive, and let's take a look at some other things I picked up. All right, so a few videos in the past I had on my sketchbook I made a couple weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago, I can't remember. But anyhow, I had shared my sketchbook collection, which is a whole lot, and I bought 2 more. And I saw this one on the Blick website. Just stay off websites if you don't want to spend money, I will say that. So it was a special edition in the color, and I had to get it because I was a sucker for the color of the cover. I do love Moleskine. It's my favorite sketchbook for graphite, colored pencil, and ink drawing. So I end up giving my other Moleskine, the brand new one, to my husband because he wants to start doing some sketchbook work. So I gave him that one, and I picked up this one and this one. Alright, so this is the Pentalic Aqua Journal, and this is 140 pound, 300 GSM, and it's a 5.5 by 5.5 square format, 48 pages. And I'm going to be using this as a travel sketchbook. Okay, I went to go look for my other Royal Talons. It's a square sketchbook, and I just cleaned up my studio last weekend, and I put all my sketchbooks that are unused in my little cart, but I can't find it. I must have misplaced it, so I'll have to look for it later. But anyhow, I'm going to use that Royal Talons square sketchbook for drawing media and for my travels. And next week, my husband and I are going on a mini vacation for spring break from school, and I'm going to take this with me, and I want to use this one as my watercolor travel sketchbook. So that's the purpose and function of this sketchbook. So I like to assign functions. I actually watched this great video on YouTube from this YouTuber that has over, I think she said about 14 sketchbooks, and how she assigns them. And it just spoke to me because I pretty much do what she does, but now I feel like, okay, I feel it made me feel good, like, okay, I'm on the right track with what I'm doing. It's not unusual to have multiple sketchbooks. And so I thought, okay, let me go ahead and have one for different media, because every paper that you get is different, and different types of sketchbooks. You know, some are tailored for marker, paint, pencil, color pencil, etc. And so that's what I'm going to start doing now. Since I have so many sketchbooks, I'm going to put them more in categories of media, and then I want to have one for like research and etc. All right, so this next thing is going to be a palette, and this is the Portable Painters Classic Palette. A little note from the designer and founder. Now, I had purchased one of these before, but I believe I gave it as a gift. These two come together. I bought it for this, and I watch, you probably know her, she has a great following, Sarah Burns, and she has a dry gouache palette, and I have one already that I absolutely loved, but I like the setup of this, and so I thought I would make another dry gouache palette, and I'll do that sometime in the future when I have time. This is Editing Vanessa. While I unpackaged this, I wanted to make a quick note about my posting schedule, how it's going to be significantly less due to my work schedule. And I want to say that I enjoy doing YouTube, but it's just a hobby and only a hobby. So I want to thank you for everyone that gave me the thumbs up on that post when I had made that announcement about me posting less. I really do appreciate you, and I'm so thankful that you understand. I think I know why I gave this away. I should read the instructions. I'll do that later. It's just going to take too much time, but like, you put it together, it has the instructions on how to piece it together. My plan is to do videos maybe every 2 weeks. I'm going to see how I'm able to manage that. If not, then I'll let you guys know what another schedule would be for me. But this is really neat and handy. Just slide it open. You put your water here. You can put like your knee in between these spaces on your, rest it on your leg, and then paint away. So this is really nifty, really cool. And like I said, I'm going to fill this up with gouache whenever I get around to it. This had been on my wish list for a very long time, so I'm happy to have that. Alright, so next we have painting supplies. This is going to be the Princeton Aqua Elite Finest Synthetic Kohl Linsky Watercolor Brush. So we have the selection. It says it includes a round size 2, a round 8, an angle shader, 1/2 inch, a wash, which is 3/4 of an inch. So to begin, I got 4 more colors. I initially thought, let me grab my Schmincke watercolor palette. Alright, so I end up having 4 slots left over from this palette, and I picked up these colors from Blick. 2 are very similar, but that's okay. I like pinks and purple like colors, and so I picked up these. Let's test them out. I already filled these up some time back. So this line of paintbrushes from Princeton had been on my wish list for a very long time, over a year, and I decided to bite the bullet and go ahead and get them. I heard great things about this paintbrush, so let's see. This is Cobalt Turquoise. The next color I got is May Green. I have discovered that Schmincke is one of my favorite watercolor brands, or at least for the moment. I like Daniel Smith, Schmincke, and A Gallo have been my favorite brands. They are expensive, but I do like them. I think I got some other color in there. I didn't clean my cup very well. Oops. So I do apologize not being able to make videos as often as I had been. I'm burning myself out. I am trying my best. This is Brilliant Purple, and I'm just being honest. Like, in a perfect world, I would like to make videos every week, maybe even twice a week, but with my work schedule, I just can't. I can't do it. So that was Brilliant Purple. This is Brilliant Opera Rose. I noticed I did this off camera, so this is what Opera Rose looks like. These brushes are really nice. I hope I don't sound like I'm complaining. I really am not. I don't want to be that person, because I want this place to be positive. It's my positive outlet. But I just thought I'd let you guys know where I am, and I try to make videos that people are interested in as best I can. I'll do what I can when I can. But I do appreciate a lot of, I do appreciate you guys for being so kind. I feel like you guys are my art friends. It's fun to find people that are interested in the same things that you're interested in. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just doing some random painting, just with these colors. They're so pretty. I just love Schmincke. I'm obsessed with it at the moment. As you can see, the palettes that I bought. And so with the low buy, it's been hard for me, and especially with my birthday coming up, I'm gonna spoil myself. I'm at a point where I can afford these things, and I've worked up to it, and there's been moments where I can't, and there may be points in the future where I can't. So while I can, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy it. Okay, let's see, what else should we do? This brush is pretty amazing. I like it. Put some opera pink in there. So art is my therapy, and I know it is for a lot of people. I find when the kids first start painting that the room is silent for a bit, because it's the novelty of something new, but they're very impressed with the shades and colors they can mix with the limited colors that I have them work with, like the primary colors plus black and white. So it's quite fun to see the kids enjoy painting and how therapeutic it could be. And some kids tell me that my class is like their low pressure class, the class that they look forward to, which is very nice to hear. Drop in some of this cobalt turquoise in some spots. Let it bleed, wet on wet. I had originally made this one my travel sketchbook, and then I just decided not to assign it to that, and so I just been using it for a little bit of this and that, and now I'm going to use that new one I just bought just for travel. I'm always changing my mind. I'm very indecisive, so I apologize. You may see that. You may recognize that. But look at these colors. They're so bright and vibrant and just lovely. Okay, so let's take a look at some other things I got. Wait, before we move on, I started to play with this angled brush. Just making some marks. Lovely. Sometimes I just like to go in my sketchbook and not have a plan, just do spontaneous creations. And sometimes it doesn't come out. I hate the way it looks, but other times it leads to new discoveries and new ideas. Okay, so I picked up 2 more palettes. I believe I got this one from Blick. I can't recall. I think this is from Blick. Oh, it can be from Blick. Is it from Blick? Maybe it was Jackson's. I'll have to check. But I got this, and then I think this was Amazon. Okay, so then we have the colors here. Chromium yellow, lemon hue, pure yellow, yellow orange, vermilion light, transparent red deep, ruby red, quinacridone magenta, quinacridone purple, cobalt blue light, phthalo blue, helio green, and praline green. I didn't mean to tear it off. I got impatient. I just ripped it. Oopsies. It has a thumb ring. I like the look of the tin. We have Schmincke with the owl on there. Swatch card. I will be swatching both palettes and painting something with them. This is so adorable. This is so cute. I will say that Schmincke, I love how they have different types of tins, different sizes and styles. That just pulls at my heartstrings. All right, so this is the swatch card. So there's room for more colors. And then you can put the little container for water there. I hear that you could put water inside this. Oh yeah, there's a space for water. So this is good for traveling. This is a shot of after unwrapping. I'm going to throw this away first. Alright, I had to time-lapse this because this video is getting too long, and to edit this part would have taken a lot of time, so here it is. So this is what the swatch card looks like. I accidentally swapped these, so this is actually ruby red, and then this one's transparent deep, so I'll have to edit that at another time. So let me go ahead and move on to the whiskey palette. If you're still watching, thank you so much, and I will be painting something with these 2 palettes on my bao hang in just a moment. So this is what my whiskey palette looks like from Schmincke. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry, and while that dries, I'm actually going to use my bao hang watercolor paper and try out both palettes, one on each side. So let me clean my water and we'll do a simple painting with those palettes. I will say that I really like these paints, and I really want to use these 2 sets in one of my etcher sketchbooks that I need to complete. It's my brown one that is the perfect sketchbook, I believe it's called, and I have 2 spreads that are outlined that I need to paint, so I'm going to be using both of these palettes for that sketchbook. I want to share with you that I really enjoyed using this paper, and I look forward to using it more in the future. Alright, so this is what it looks like. It is wet still, so I can't remove the tape yet, but this is going to be the floral set, swatch card, what it looks like dry, the water tank set, and I'm happy with these. I know there's a lot of common colors that are in this palette, but I don't mind that. And I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, entertaining, useful, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful and creative day. Bye-bye.